Secret number 2 is the wow moment. Now, I learned the wow moment not while selling real estate. I actually learned it when I was buying shoes. Early on in my career, when I didn't have a whole lot of money, I wore a hole through the soles of my only pair of nice shoes, and I eventually had to go get a nice pair. By that point, I had been doing a solid amount of rental business, a few sales, so I had some money saved up, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get a nice pair of shoes. I'll spend like $300, something like that. And so I went to a very fancy store in Manhattan, and I went to the beautiful shoes section, and a salesperson came up to me and complimented me on my shoes. He didn't try to sell me, which, one, worked really well, and two, kind of threw me off because the shoes weren't that nice, but whatever, I get it. And he asked me what I was looking for. I said, a nice pair of shoes, somewhere between 200 and 300. He said, absolutely. He showed me the wall that had the 200 to 300 pairs of shoes. I tried them on. They were okay, they were nice. You know, nothing totally exciting, but definitely got the job done. And then he said something to me. He said, do you have a couple extra minutes? And I said, yeah, because I did. I had a lot of time. And he said, can I wow your socks off? Not literally, but wow your socks off. And I said, sure, what do you mean? He's like, I've got a pair of shoes over here. It's far more expensive. I don't want you to buy it all, but we just got it in. They're amazing. You need to walk around in them. They're so incredible. I mean, how could I say no to that, right? Like, he's not even trying to sell me on it. He just wants to wow my socks off. That's actually a pretty nice guy. And so I tried on those shoes, and it literally was like walking on heaven. Like, I completely understood from that moment why someone would pay $1,000 for a pair of shoes. They were the best feeling, coolest looking shoes ever, and I really didn't want to take them off. Could not afford them in my wildest dreams because that was my rent for the month. But they were really nice, and he was the one who told me to take them off. He's like, that was so awesome. Weren't those really cool? Yes, 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 yes. And then he showed me something else. And he said, actually, I know you said your budget was up to 300, but there's an amazing pair of shoes that's kind of like this, but they're 500. Is that okay? And in my mind, now all of a sudden I started thinking, more than I want to spend, but way less than what you just showed me. Sure. I tried those shoes on, and they felt great. Did they feel as good as the wow $1,000 pair of shoes? No. But did they feel a lot better than my crappy $200 to $300 pair of shoes that I came in there looking for the entire time? Absolutely. And I was sold. He wowed me. And I walked out of there with a brand new $500 pair of shoes. Could I afford it? Yes. Did I want to? Not really, but I also didn't understand the quality of nice shoes when I walked into that store. I didn't understand the value, and the good salesperson, who I will always remember to this day, did that for me. He showed me the quality, he showed me the value, and he showed me the reason why spending just a little bit over my budget made sense when I was buying shoes, which I'm going to walk in every single day. So I use that wow moment when selling real estate. If I have a buyer who is looking for a property, they give me a budget, I'll show them a property within their budget. I never show them something outside their budget or under their budget, really. I give them exactly what they want because that's what everybody wants, right? They want what they say they want. Don't show me anything else. Don't show me, you don't know what you want. I saw on the internet that I know exactly what I'm gonna get. So I always start showing them exactly what I want. But then after that, I wow them. So in a building I'm selling in the city, for example, I say, do you have a few extra minutes? Just like the shoe store salesman. And they say, well, sure, we're here. Can I wow you? I'm gonna show you an apartment that's so insane. I just saw it, I love it, it's incredible. You're not gonna buy it, it's way too expensive, don't worry about it. I disarm the entire situation. I take them up there and show it to them. And wow, because maybe it's double the price. Maybe it's just more expensive in some way. I know they can't afford it, but it's cool. It's nice real estate, just like those shoes. You're not gonna buy it, but if you could try them on, just like a test drive in a Ferrari, would you do it? Yeah, sure you would. They're wowed. After that, we find exactly what the shoe store salesman did for me, which is a consolation prize. Something not as great as the wow home, and something better than what the client thought they wanted, and it's somewhere in the middle. It's a little bit more than they wanted to spend, most likely, sometimes not, but they realize what they wanted initially wasn't the best. And that way they fall in love with that consolation prize the same way I fell in love with those shoes the day I bought them. Because you have to remember, people don't buy with their wallet. They think with their wallet, they shop with their wallet, but they purchase with their feelings. Same way people eat with their feelings. People spend money the same way. And I can't change what someone has in their wallet. I can't change that my client only has 20 bucks. I can't change what they can get pre-approved for, but what I can work with is how they feel about something. And if I can work on how they feel about the product, if I can wow them, then I can get them to pull the trigger and I will sell them more. So now I want to show you how this works in a real life scenario. I have a building on the west side of Manhattan and I have a real buyer who is looking for an apartment and she's going to meet me there and you're going to come with me and let's see if it works.